Good morning, everybody. Have a cup of coffee with me and tell you some stories. I had about 5 extraordinary things happen to me this week that at least were extraordinary to me. Maybe to some people their life is just one day after another, but it seemed like these crazy things happen to me that at least to me are a big deal. But yeah, I was starting some colts this week, working on some colts. I started, for better word. And I got this one filly that's really nice. I really like her. You just watch her run around the pen and you kind of wish you could be 20 years old again and had a use for a horse like that. So athletic and she's not afraid of you. She'll run right up to you, hoping you got a treat for her or something, just a big pet. But she doesn't have a lot of respect, and I've worked on that. But some of that's starting to come out now that I'm riding her in this way. And she, every once in a while, she'll pull the pin big time. And boy, she bucks bad when she bucks bad. She squeals like she's been eating pig feed, jumps about 4 or 5 feet in the air and kicks out the back, and she's tough. And so far I've avoided it happening while I'm sitting on her. It's usually just in the round pen when I'm kind of trying to get her prepped to get on. Yesterday she had an ugly episode and went to bucking and bawling and squalling, and she kept kind of coming at me like she wanted to run over me, and I had a flag in my hand, and so I hit her in the head. Every time she'd come over, I'd hit her in the face, but she'd blow by me, and one time she went by and she kind of just, I'm always looking for what is setting the horse off. Is it fear? Is it anger? I think those are the two main drivers behind bucking. Bad bucks like that, where they really pull a pin. That it can be a claustrophobia too. I think that's one of the things that causes cinchiness, and that can come out pretty violently. But in this horse's life, that's not the deal, because she never ever bucks when you cinch her up and lead her off. It's always when you start asking her to work a little bit. She resents that. I know she's not afraid of me, because she'll run up to you in a 1,000-acre pasture and let you put a halter on her without even a grain in your hand or treat for her. So I like that in a horse. I like a horse that likes me. But one time she went by me and she just kicked a little bit. She didn't really try to kick me, but she gave me that little out the side one little thing there, and that was what I was looking for. That little telltale sign that it's you. I'm angry. I don't respect you. So I don't lay a lot of horses down, but I decided I had to humble her a little, and because I'm 62 years old, I don't really want to be on a horse like that. Yeah, I'd like to avoid that if I could. So, but I got no choice here. I got colts to ride. I got nobody standing around waiting to take a turn on them. So I laid her down, tied her down, sat on her for about 15 minutes. She got up once. I threw her back down again, left her on the ground. She finally gave up. She just laid there flat with her head in the sand. I have a pretty sandy round pen. Just laid there, like completely done. And once I knew she had no more fight in her, I left her up. She's a pretty big colt, so I had to get on her. I get on her with a mounting block. I wouldn't have to, but physically it's a lot easier for me to get on from a mounting block, especially a colt that's pretty touchy like that. So I kicked my mounting block over close to her and got on her and rode around, and she rode around nice. The longer I rode her, I could tell, maybe could feel a little bit of that life coming back up that I didn't like the feel of. So what's inside us comes out sometimes in not a very flattering way. Buck Brannaman says this. He said, when we look at our horses and our kids, we oftentimes see a reflection of ourselves. Sometimes we like what we see, sometimes we don't.